Hey, I promised a couple of days ago that I was going to give 5 lessons from history on how to deal economically with this situation and how to be prepared for when it will get worse. Because if you look at history, you're going to see a lot of similarities between the Great Depression and the Spanish flu and what's happening today. So I just want to help you be prepared for what's going to happen. And so I love history. And so I was doing some historical research into some folks who really just knocked it out of the park financially during the Great Depression, and just want to present 5 issues to you, five examples and 5 issues that you could use to help make your life better 10, 15, 20 years down the road. So let's start. If you see over my shoulder, that's a guy named Frank Odlum, Frank Bostwick, excuse me, Floyd Bostwick Odlum. And Floyd was just a brilliant guy. And we're going to talk about him as we look at this. And, many investors lost everything during the 1929 stock market crash. And they lost everything because they had mistakenly assumed that Wall Street's good times were never going to end. Does that sound familiar? Yeah, the stock market's been going crazy, right? But Odlum, a former corporate attorney who had turned $39,000 into a multi-million-dollar fortune, and he did that by investing into utility companies. He didn't like the way he thought the markets were moving. There's a lot of folks in the market who are nervous with these all-time record highs. And Odlum, just like them, decided he was going to cut bait on stocks in an effort to generate cash before the market crash that he really foresaw. He saw it coming. And so he invested into some other things. And so when the crash came, Odlum had pulled out his money out of the stock market, had millions in cash on hand, which was a very enviable position in what was a cash-starved market. And so what he did is he began swooping in to buy up failing companies. And he bought them at bargain basement prices, fire sale. Take my business. Yes, please. I don't want to have this business anymore. It's costing me money. And so he had all this cash and he started buying up companies at very reduced prices and then consolidating them or spinning them off for more cash. I love it. He was flipping, what we call flipping today. He was flipping businesses. And he was creating his own cash to buy more businesses so that he can improve them and flip them. And so I want you to think about that. Instead of buying and flipping houses, could you do that with businesses? I really think you can. Matter of fact, I'm looking at it myself. And it sounds like a pretty simple model, but it was so effective for Odlum, it made him one of the 10 wealthiest men in the country and gave him the title of, quote, possibly the only man in the United States who made a great fortune during the Great Depression, end quote. So here's the lesson. Day one, lesson one, use your cash reserves. Don't touch your face. Use your cash reserves or join in together with other friends and form an investment club so that you've got some cash to invest into our economy. Go buy businesses, go buy restaurants or other businesses that are in pain right now. They're desperate to get rid of their businesses, or just buy stock in businesses. My father-in-law always says the time to buy is when people are wanting to sell, and the time to sell is when people are wanting to buy. Well, if you look at the curve in the stock market lately, you'll see there have been plenty of days lately when people were selling. So go buy. Have some faith. I preach and I tell you often in my devotionals, be not dismayed, whatever betide. God will take care of you. God has a plan for you, a plan for a hope and a future, and a hopeful future at that. So go buy. Yes, it'll be a little tight right now. You'll feel a little pain right now, but that value will go back up again to even greater heights. So be like Floyd. No, not the barber on Andy Griffith. Be like Floyd Bostic Odlum. Use your money. Go make more money. The economy will thank you later, and so will your family. I hope you have a great day. Tomorrow, we're going to look at Procter & Gamble and see what Procter & Gamble did to succeed financially and otherwise, to make a name for themselves during the Great Depression. And it's a good lesson. I hope you tune in tomorrow. Have a good one. Oh, by the way, I'll post it tomorrow around 4 o'clock. Have a good day. Bye.